All systems online. Spacecraft fully functional. Detecting unknown signal. Unknown spacecraft is hailing us.
Hello, hello, hello. Who do we have out there in the void of space tonight? Let's see, let's see. We have a very special stream today. I think the background here says it all, but we're going to dive into exactly what the results are of our exciting contest with Hardspace Shipbreaker in just a little bit. But let's see who we have in the chat tonight. Let's have a look. Hey guys, good to be here. Good to be here. And I will be introducing a special guest in just a moment. But before we jump into the actual contest, I actually wanted to quickly give you guys kind of some news about Space Engineers and the current Automatas beta that's going on. I hope you guys are getting stuck into that testing. Just if you missed the announcement, we'll be extending that test for at least another week. So you'll have more time to actually test out those new features and mechanics and give us feedback via that feedback form. So that was just the main news actually that I wanted to tell everyone about the Automatas beta. And I'm definitely looking forward to, we've already gone through some of that feedback and it's been really great so far to have seen people's, comments and videos and creations using these new features. So we'll definitely cover that more probably next week at the conclusion of the test. But without further ado, I'm going to get on our special guest. So welcome everybody. Here we go. Wait, we're gonna welcome on. I moved over here. Sean Storey from Blackbird Interactive. Welcome, Sean.
Thanks for having me. Super happy to be here.
Yeah, it's super exciting, and I actually think this is actually a kind of a first for us, where we've done a live stream with another developer. So it's actually really, really exciting. And what better kind of game to have collaborated with than Hardspace Shipbreaker? So it's really, really exciting. I know our communities, in fact, kind of responded really well to this.
Oh yeah, no, it's super cool to be here. It's amazing to have this collaboration and for you guys to reach out. The contest is awesome. We're just, as I said, I'm super happy to be here.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you. And another shout out to our art team for making this fantastic, it's this way, behind us. Really cool image actually here of this collab. I'm not sure. I think our lead artist just kind of came up with it, but it came out really well in the end. So shout out to him there. So how exactly did this kind of come about, Sean? Do you want to give some backstory there?
So I think Shipbreaker was launched back in September on consoles, and around that time you guys got into touch with us, and because we both like the games, like we really enjoy Space Engineers, and we heard from you guys that you like playing and like the idea of Shipbreaker. So through that we got into a discussion, and here we are. So that is kind of it in a nutshell. Awesome.
Yeah, no, it was still so happy that this came about. And I should actually touch on yourself first. So you're the lead game designer, is that correct?
That's right. Yeah. So I joined BBI beginning of last year, and was there for the PC launch of Shipbreaker, and then I was the custodian of the game for the console launch. So yeah.
Awesome, that's great. And maybe for the uninitiated and people who may not know, could you give us just a brief introduction about Hardspace Shipbreaker for maybe the Space Engineers players who aren't, maybe they know the game but they're not so aware of what it entails and what the main objectives are?
Yeah, so in Shipbreaker, you play, as the name entails, as a shipbreaker, and it's tough, dangerous work in deep space where you basically go into the guts of a ship and you have to break these things apart to recycle them. And this is super dangerous because you got decompression, you get sucked into the void of space. You have these furnaces where you have to put like metals in, but you can get sucked into them as well and die a horrible death. There are other hazards, like you have to cut fuel pipes and have to be careful while doing that. And then the last thing I can mention, and certainly last but not least, is you have to extract really dangerous reactors that could go critical at any time. So you will have to really time that correctly and be careful. And then once you extract it, it's high risk, high reward. So you get a lot of credits. And that way, through all that gameplay, you get to repay the company that employs you, repay the debt that you owe them, which is kind of ginormous. So that is Shipbreaker in a nutshell. It's basically you are working for, let's say a company that is somewhat dystopian, and you're there, you're doing the hard work, and it's fun work, but you also have to repay this massive debt.
I can see that the community is making comments about the about the debt, starting debt, a lot of debt, lovely debt, debt, explosions, and cracking ships. Yeah, that's
yes, that's a good way of looking at it. It's the debt you get is because links. You start off. Right at the beginning of the game, you start off on Earth, which is not doing too well, and you get transferred into the space station, Morrigan Space Station, to start your job. But Lynx basically bills you with the cost of getting you to Morrigan, so you have to repay that, and that can be quite a lot of money, or it is quite a lot of money.
Wow! And actually, there's a comment here. I think. A quote from our very own Kianata. They've never had so much fun being in debt. Yeah, if only real life debt was as much fun as Hardspace.
Yeah, sadly it isn't.
The comments here are great here. You have Kidna says somewhat dystopian. Great PR. Perfect. Debt, glorious debt. So that was a really great summary there, and I really encourage you guys from the Space Engineers community, if you haven't checked out Hardspace Shipbreaker, check it out. We'll get some links in the chat there as well, so you can take a look at the where you can get it. Actually, so that would be great if we can get those there.
Yeah, sorry to jump in.
Yeah,
but
go ahead. Go.
It's available on Steam, on Epic Games Store, on Xbox. You can play it on both, on Xbox on your PC, and also on the Series S and Series X, and on the PlayStation 5.
Perfect. There we go. So I think we're gonna have Kianata link some of those stores, but you heard the list there. If you guys are on any of those platforms, I'm sure you are. At least one of them. That's great. It's great that you have, and as you know, Sean, probably from our plans that we're working towards PlayStation, and I'm sure you can kind of speak about like how great it is to have it on as many platforms as possible and having as many people being able to jump into your game as possible, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's awesome. It's so, you reach out to so many people that can play your game, and also it's a different experience. Even people that play the game on PC, you play probably with mouse keyboard or with a controller. It feels different when you play it on a console, especially if you're thinking about like the difference between sitting in front of like a 30-inch screen and then you go in your living room and it's 50+ inch. That is a massive difference, and that does draw you in and immerse yourself a bit more in the game. So yeah, if the more we can reach out to other players, the better, so that people can really delve into the Hardspace universe. So
yeah, and it's always great to bring different communities together under the same roof, and we can all kind of enjoy the same game. It's great to see. I know that I'm just so excited for us to get onto PlayStation as well. So the we can probably we can maybe do a bit of Q&A later because maybe we have we might have, I think we do have members of the Space Engineers community here, I know. So maybe they might have some questions for you about Hardspace, but also if there are members from your community that may have questions about Space Engineers, maybe we can get to that a little bit later, just in case there are any. But I think we will dive now into the results of the competition that we organized. And my goodness me, there were some incredible entries, and it was, as with all competitions that I end up having to judge, it was incredibly challenging actually to kind of choose those winners. So what I'll say is that we had so many that actually we're not going to just pick like the top 1 or 2 or 3 entries. We're actually going to award 20 prizes today to individuals, because that should just tell you just how many we had, and it was so difficult that we had to give away so many prizes, because there was there's just such good content. And I'm not sure what was I know from what you've seen so far, Sean, what was your kind of first reaction to seeing some of this stuff?
Oh, it's amazing. It is so true to the Shipbreaker game. We've seen like one of your community members made the whole bay, which is just mind-blowing, the amount of detail. Someone made the space truck, which again is awesome. So we were all, like the whole team had a look at the entries, and we were all just blown away by the talent and by just the skill of getting this in. So just, amazing work, everyone.
Okay then, and I think with that we can begin going through the winners. It's no particular order. In fact, if anything, the order is just alphabetical actually, rather than kind of ordered. Let me just see here then. Yeah, here we go. And we actually have, so we picked the kind of the winners, but there actually are a couple of bonus videos as well, which I'm also going to show. It was a screenshot competition, but some people submitted videos, and they were so cool that we also show those videos at the end as well. So let's get the first image up here. Here we go. And I think there might be a bit of a delay there, Sean, for you to see which one. There is.
But... yeah. I'm just waiting for it.
And there we go. Oh, I should probably hide myself. We have our first winner. This is from... I don't know how you're supposed to say this. It's like AE, but it's like this... I think I've seen them in the chat actually tonight. I'm not sure how you exactly pronounce that, but I'll say AE. So from AE here, we have this amazing screenshot that is like super cinematic here. I'm actually gonna probably hide me and Sean briefly so we can actually appreciate this in full display. Hold on. Oh no, Sean's still there. There we go.
Oh.
So check that out. What are we thinking, Sean? What can you spot in there?
That's amazing. Well, first of all, you see the mackerel spaceship as one of the first spaceships you see in Shipbreaker. Being deconstructed, it seems, is really cool. A lot going on here. A lot of detail again. Everything there, the Lynx logo is right there, the Lynx Corp logo. I love it. It's like the details there, the antennas are there. There's just so much going on. Really, really cool.
Yeah, great job, AE there. I see them in the YouTube chat. So congratulations for being our first winner. So moving on, as we have a lot to get through here, our next winner is... Here we go. I'm just actually making sure that is working correctly. Super. We have Allied Armor 32107 with this another incredibly detailed screenshot here. I mean, look at this. It's so good. This is
fantastic. Yeah, this is fantastic. This is the bay recreated in Space Engineers, which is this is mind blowing. Also like the mackerel being deconstructed, being like torn apart right there. Again, the detail here. This brings forward what Shipbreaker is. It totally epitomizes that. So great job here.
Yeah, and I know what I should do actually. I think with something like this, I should actually zoom in here so we can actually, get, because they've got the, let me just this is actually a very high, a lot of people submitted like 8K resolution screenshots, so you can still zoom in and you can see everything in like in great detail here. So just have a little zoom around. Yeah, they thought about a lot here for sure.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. Yeah, you got the floating fuel tank there as well, the red fuel tank. That's fantastic. Awesome.
Congratulations, Allied Armor is in the Twitch chat. That's good. We have the winners here present in the chat, in the chats as well. So very good job, Allied Armor. So moving on to the next one here. We have this screenshot from Artansk.
Yeah, this is also really cool. This is the Atlas. This is also one of this was one of the newer ships that came into Shipbreaker in updates. I think it was late 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, again, the detail here, you can see the cargo hatches. There's the containers at the back there, the massive engines there. It really shows off this ship, and it is exactly as you would see it in Shipbreaker. It's pretty great. Well, pretty great. It is great.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And actually, I have it's actually massive. But I actually have another image of it that I wanted to show which really highlights. Hold on, I got to get it here because I think it's actually in the. That's right. Yeah. There we go. Can we see that?
Yeah, that's really cool. Again, you know, the engines come up over really well. And that's one of the main features about this ship is the engines, because in the game, to dismantle the engines, you actually have to go in it, which is super hazardous because you've got fuel lines rupturing all around you, and when you open them up, they really just kind of. They get forced open. It's almost like an explosion. It's not really an explosion. It's like a, it is like air pressure just forces the two sides of the engine open, and it's a really cool experience. So this really highlights that. Yeah, fantastic work.
We can zoom in here a little bit, but it's I actually, because it's cool to see the ship from the the kind of overview, but just like seeing these massive thrusters firing is super satisfying. And I think, well, actually, I believe just for, so it's worth pointing out, Sean, that this is actually a grid that's using a combination of small grid and large grid in Space Engineers. So the body of it is actually using small grid, but they have large grid blocks kind of built into it, like the large antenna here. So that's something also really... really cool and impressive to see. That's kind of it's definitely an advanced building technique in Space Engineers. So good job, Artansk. I'm not sure if I saw them in chat. Let me have a quick scan. No, I don't think they're here in the chat tonight, but either way, for our third winner, congratulations. So for our fourth winner, in alphabetical order here, moving on to the D, we have Digi with this screenshot here featuring the classic red ship and some laser, and a big laser.
Oh yeah, this is also really, really cool. This is the laser really shows the cutting action in Shipbreaker, where that's one of the main ways for you to actually break apart a ship is to cut it to bits. And you got two types. You got your split saw, which this kind of reminds me of the split saw, which was like an instantaneous cut, and then you have your stinger, which is more of a precision instrument, and you have to find the weak spots in the connection points in a ship, and then you have to basically melt those, and that's not without danger, because one of those weak spots might be right in front of a fuel tank. So if you burn through one, you burn through that, you might hit the fuel tank behind it, and then
you're having a bad day. You're gonna have a bad day, yeah.
Very much so.
I think what I can't see, because we don't have lasers in Space Engineers like this. So I'm trying to work out exactly. I believe this here is a modded block. So I wonder if this is a mod from Digi. I'm not actually sure, but either way, it's really really amazing. And if this is a mod that exists, I need to know the link of it. It's really cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
We got a little ship here. Okay, awesome. So congratulations to Digi for our 4th. 4 out of 20 here. Next up, we have, this is this might take a second to load here. This is like 100 megabyte screenshot. We have EBRaisy. And I'll definitely do some zooming in a second here.
Oh, this is this is huge. It looks huge. Again, the bay is right there, right? So that is awesome just to see, to see the bay there. They've got the barge at the bottom. That's where in Shipbreaker, so the green field there is where you put all the items that can be repurposed, like computers and thrusters and anything, like even seats and ladders, anything that they can basically put in a new ship, you put in the barge. And all the other things like panels and bits of the hull that cannot be readily plugged into a new ship, they go either into the processor, so if it is carbon, or into the furnace if it is a metal. So this shows all that. Again, fantastic job. The amount of detail here is just, this must have taken hours to make.
Yeah, and what's cool about this is the fact that I don't know exactly what resolution it is, but it means that this is the screenshot, but actually you can zoom in, and that is, for example, still 1080p, maybe even more. Like, let's keep going here. Like, okay, so there's the cutoff point probably, but just zooming around, we can zoom into this little bay here. We can see there's a construction ship there. We can look through some of the other bays, and yeah, you can really see. And I like, this is another great example, because I think some people built like straight up recreations. Others built where they had like a mix of like really space engineers mixed with Hardspace Shipbreaker. And then there was others that was more towards like space engineers, but like space engineers ships that were kind of inspired by Hardspace Shipbreaker. So we got quite a kind of mix of entries in that sense. And this is definitely one of those, which is, and this is the ship here that's being broken up. This is actually another one of the kind of quite common SC ships that have been in trailers and stuff. So it's really love to see that mix there. But great job here for EB. Actually EB's one of those people who actually has a couple of different angles here. So we just quickly flick through. Here's another angle here of the bay, which means you can get an even nicer look.
It's great. It's got everything there. You got your furnace, you got your processor, you got the ship being deconstructed, you have the barge. It is all there. It's fantastic.
And we actually have this. We have Raztech Performance is actually EBRaisy apparently. So Raztech in the YouTube chat, congratulations, awesome work here. One last shot here from EB. So in general, guys, we kind of, it was judged on the main screenshot and one screenshot, but if you happen to be a winner, then we're okay showing the other angles of your creation. So there we go. Moving on to our, I've lost track now, 4th, 5th. I think this is.
I think it's the 5th.
Yes, I think you're right. Yes. So the 5th. No, it's the 6th actually.
6th. Oh, okay.
So our 6th winner, we have Eternal Colossus with this image here. And look at all those lasers. Look at this.
Wow. Yeah, so these are tethers. So this is one of the ways that you can break your ships apart much more efficiently in Shipbreaker. So you get them, you unlock them when you progress through the game. And what you can do with tethers is you attach them to part of the ships that are kind of loose, or that you've loosened up with your cutter, and then you can attach the other side to, let's say, the inside of the processor or one of these attachment points, and then the tethers will pull that part towards where you want it to go, where you want your previous attachment point. So it makes things a lot quicker. You can move much more bulk much quicker that way, and it will just make breaking ships apart that much faster. Not so much easier, but faster.
Mm-hmm. And I do definitely love the way they incorporate that. And that's the first time I think we've seen like actually those tethers being used. I think so far. Maybe there was some of the other screenshots. I know there are more tethers coming up. I can tell you that. But
okay, good.
Great work here by Eternal Colossus. It's a really nice screenshot for sure.
Yeah, and this one as well. You can see the lift in the background as well. That moves all the materials that you put into the processor and the furnace up into Morrigan Station itself. So that's super nice seeing that there.
There we go.
Yeah.
So
great stuff.
You can help me keep count here. Number 7. We have Farming Spartan, and I believe this is a build. If I remember from the description, this was a build that was actually should get it up. Was inspired by the idea that this is like a ramming ship that would be helping to control the movement of larger ships in the bays. I think I should double check that here, because I have to admit a lot of these entries had descriptions and some backstory behind them, but I don't have all of them to hand, just the screenshots. But I know from my memory you can confirm, Sean, I think this is a Space Engineer's ship inspired by Hardspace Shipbreaker.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way to me. It's for me, what really comes out of this is that industrial look that Shipbreaker has. So it's kind of, it's rough and ready. Plus, if you look at the coloring, so you have the yellow and black, the chevrons there. That reminds me a lot of the cutting points that you have within ships. Those are the areas, those areas that you can destroy or cut with your splits or with your stinger lasers. So that really comes forward to that.
Awesome. So yeah, something a little different that we've seen so far. So not an exact recreation, but something inspired by. So great job there to Farming Spartan for being the. I was just telling myself to keep track. Is that the 7th? I think 7th now. Yeah, that was. It's always whether I'm like, was this the 7th or was the one we just had the 7th? So this is okay. So at the end, the 7th. Number 8, we have another build that is, I believe, inspired by one of the other ships in Hardspace. We have. Let me see if I can quickly pull this up, and you can take a look at this, Sean. See if you recognize what it might be inspired by. But
Oh yeah, no, I definitely recognize this. This looks like the Atlas tug ship, basically. So that is basically one of the Atlas ships that they have those what do you call them again? Those the front is definitely from the Atlas, and especially those two elements. They're kind of like attachment points. Yeah, so this is definitely in Shipbreaker, especially the front part of it. Looks very, very familiar. Yeah, great job here. It really, it really has that Atlas look, that industrial look to it. Yeah. Just amazing stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to find, because I believe, because they actually had said, I know the tug they were talking about that it was based off of, and I think it was called, like, this was the B tug or something like that. But I was trying to find the exact description here. But either way, great work, Furdus here for our 8th winner. Okay, so next up we have General Knowledge, or Gen Knowledge, with this impressive beast. Look at this. Wait for the delay there.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is one of our iconic ships in Shipbreaker. This is your Javelin, and it looks like a Javelin heavy cargo with all the fuel, like the fuel canisters on the side. This is a challenging ship to take apart in Shipbreaker for sure. Not just because of the hazardous contents of those fuel tanks, because if you miss a cutting point and you hit those inadvertently, the whole thing might explode. So that could give you a bad day. But it's also because the way the ship is constructed, it's got so many parts and so many points to look into and to deconstruct in the right order. So to get this, to deconstruct this ship within 1 or 2 shifts is quite difficult, but definitely worthwhile because there's a lot of salvage here. So this is, unmistakably a Javelin ship. Fantastic job.
It is. It's amazing, and I love all the detail they put into this. And what's impressive is that with all of these creations that we're seeing, that players did not have that long to do it, and some of them must have been really working around the clock to finish these in time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. This, I'm just looking at it, even the cut points are there, all the minor details is fantastic job. Awesome stuff.
Cool. So next up we have this screenshot by Grabanton1234. Look at this.
Oh wow! Yeah, that is that's a Javelin being deconstructed in a bay. That is, again, it's really, you've got the barge there, you've got the processor, you've got the furnace. Yeah, definitely a Javelin. All the details here again, right? It's really impressive.
And we just saw it. We actually just saw the same ship before, in not being constructed, different person, but still. So that helps people visualize what that ship might look like as soon as it starts getting taken apart there. But I love it's very cinematic, this one. I love the planet and the framing and everything they use for this. It's very nice. You can zoom in here. There's little landing pads here, and there's in the general, the station itself is very impressive and has a lot of detail going on here as we zoom around. So we actually have Grabanton in the chat. Grabanton, congratulations. Very, very nice work. Okay, moving on to our next winner. We have Gwendolmere with another bay. Tethers. I'm just waiting for Sean, because Sean, I think you're about 5 seconds delayed.
Yeah, there's a bit of a delay here. Yeah, so again, this looks to me like a Javelin. Yeah, again, fantastic work, right? They got the fire from the furnace right there.
It's hot.
Yeah, you don't want to end up there. You can, but I wouldn't recommend it. Then you got the processor, the barge. Yeah, all the elements are there in the bay. Just again, the detail, even the warning, like the warning decals on the side of both the furnace and the processor. They're there in Shipbreaker. Yeah, great job here. Awesome stuff.
Well done, Gwen. Yeah, it's really interesting to see, because we've seen at this point we've seen similar ships and similar scenes and the bays created, but like anything in Space Engineers, they're all done in slightly different ways and slightly different kind of stylistic choices there from our community. So great job, Gwen, and great job everyone so far. Next up, we have our next winner is Marauder Mo with this creation. And I have another screenshot here to share of this one in a second here. A lot going on again.
This one. Yeah, this is fantastic. So this is the space truck. This is a ship that you can the ship you get to own basically in the game, and then you can upgrade using parts that are floating around in these derelict ships that you have to salvage. And the space truck, or Beulah is its name, its name in the game, is it's a key component of the game. It's really, it's bestowed to you by one of the other characters in the game, Weaver, who is basically your foreman. Weaver is a super nice guy, and he provides you the ship, but it's a bit ramshackle, so you have to fix it. Yeah, this again, right? It's like the detail here. You got the arms there. You got the way the cockpit's built. This is fantastic. Elliot Hudson, the game director from Shipbreaker, actually noticed some of the space engineer community making Beulah, and was so impressed by it. And
that's awesome.
You know, yeah, it is fantastic seeing this. Because it's such a core element of the gameplay experience.
And I've got some good news for you as well, Sean. We're having the right effect here. Slinky Sarah says, "You're making me want to buy Hardspace."
Well,
excellent,
you know,
excellent.
That's excellent here. Yeah, no, Hardspace, there's no game like it. So if you haven't picked it up yet, please do.
And there we go. There you go, Slinky. You're encouraged. Awesome. So well done, Marauder Mo. Next up, we have a screenshot winner, Mr. Shimmer, with this screenshot. Cinematic kind of FOV there.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, this again, a bay shot, right? So it really, I think that's a processor there in the background. This is also really cool. You can almost see this as part of almost like a Shipbreaker, almost like a film, right? Where you have a bunch of shipbreakers working together to get this done in time. Super, super cool. Again, I love the industrial look of this ship, and all these. Yeah, it really fits within the Hardspace universe. Fantastic stuff.
You can see stuff going into the furnace there. You've got these kind of articulated arms here as well. Yeah, it's really nice. Super nice.
Really, really cool.
Good job, Mr. Shimmer. All right, we have a big build coming up next. Next up, our next winner is Munty Boy with this colossal build here.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I'm it's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. I think it's quite dramatic pause.
Yeah, exactly. No, this is the entire bay, right? And yeah, this is so cool. This is a salvage bay. That's what it is. And it's really cool that you have all the containers there at the top as well. It's almost like the salvage is getting stored there. Yeah, this is also, it is so recognizable as being part of the Shipbreaker game. Just a fantastic job. The attention to detail here, just amazing.
It's actually worth pointing out that it's really not easy to create circles in Space Engineers. So this section here is particularly impressive, and I think this is basically using, I don't know how many, but many different separate grids together. I can't think how else we would have done it, because it's really hard to achieve that kind of shape like that. So yeah, really nice. And actually in the background here, there's another one in the background, the bottom left, as well down there. So it's huge build. So I think, is this the one that has, we have a couple of images here of this one. Wow. from Munty here. So the next one is just a picture of one of the hangars here. I'm not sure if, let me have a look in the chat. Are they here today? I haven't seen them, but congrats. I think there's go on.
Yeah, this is super cool, right? This could just be in Morrigan Station. This could be your point of arrival as you enter, the employment of links. It is, yeah, it could fit right in. It's fantastic work.
Finally, we have a room, just a screenshot of one of the kind of the rooms for the crew here. I think a very important message here. Measure twice, cut once.
Yes, that's something Weaver says to you when you get introduced to Shipbreaker. Measure twice, cut once. Important, because if you don't, bad things might happen to you.
So I like that they've got it in the bedroom there. So you wake up in the morning and the first thing you see is this. To always remember to measure twice, cut once. There we go. So great job, Munty, with this huge build here. Very, very impressive. So, I'm just going to bring this out for a second here as I prepare the next one, because this is to make sure there's not... Is it going to play that? No, okay, I want to do this for... Is that going to work? Okay, we'll do that in just a second here. So, there's a video, but I want to play the videos at the end here. So, let's carry on with the screenshots, and then we'll come to the videos at the end. Okay. So our next winner is none other than Rony dude, with this super detail. Look at me, oh man, it's just it looks so. I'm gonna have to zoom in on this one in a second here. I'll wait for Sean to catch up.
Oh, yeah, this is Morrigan. This is your home in Shipbreaker. This is where you are. This is where you work. This is where you live. Yeah, fantastic. Like the background as well. It's like the orbit. It's wow. And the way you're zooming in here, just incredible.
Yeah, I just got to see some of that incredible detail, and we'll see this a bit better in just a second because Rony also submitted a video, so we'll have a look at that in just a little bit there. But very, very nice and well done to Rony for this screenshot here, and the build itself, which is, I mean, it must have taken so long. There's so much like details and greebling in there. So so great work.
Yeah, for sure. This is fantastic. It's awesome stuff.
We next have an image, which I believe is an image. I think it's from my. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, we have Solaire, who is. We have this image here, and this was actually, it's very similar with the kind of style of Hardspace. I think they basically created like this kind of an ad almost for the Lotus Star Runner here, but in the Hardspace style. Yeah, this definitely could be straight from Hardspace. Even like the astronaut, that could be a cutter right there. So that's amazing, and also having that, like the branding, the name of the ship. We definitely have that in the game as well. You can find posters in the game that you can salvage and then put on your wall if you have, and this could be one of those, because we have posters for all the different ship types. We've got ones from Javelin, Gecko. We have posters for the Atlas as well, and yeah, so this one, like the Star Runner, could definitely be one of those posters. Yeah, hey, there you go. Stuff. There you go, Solaire. And it's, again, it's, as you guys can probably see, we've had some different style screenshots, and this is again something completely different to what we've seen so far. But we've seen kind of screenshots that are more minimalistic, but just showing this amazing creation. We've had some more kind of cinematic ones with kind of depth of field and cinematic elements in. So it's. Yeah, we had quite a lot of diversity here, in even the style of screenshots we have. So I'm also going to take us off for a second as I bring on the next one, because the next one is I have to admit, is pretty wild. So let's bring this in here. So this one I do have. Oh, hold on. Yep, this one. If you just give me 1 second, it's very. Yes, here it is. So I want to, before I show this one, kind of read this bit out here. So I'll announce the winner. Well, will I? No, I'll do it like this. Okay, so their general idea for their creation was, what if Lynx would ask space engineers to develop a planet-side salvage yard using the same principles as there were available in the orbital salvage yards in Hardspace Shipbreaker? So I imagine some things would be similar, others would need workarounds. I tried to keep the incinerator and recycler concept as well as the barge access for important parts with their corresponding colors. They added projections to show the force fields. So that's just a brief kind of intro here. So the idea mainly is about a planet-sized salvage yard, and this is almost like this is basically a brochure you're about to see, guys. So there's another completely different style here. So I hope you're ready for this, Sean. Let me try and get this set up so we can see. Okay, here we go. I've got it. It's almost like a PDF. And well done to... Oh, there we are. So let's go through this here. This is... So before it was Solaire, and this is Solaire, I think. So quite similar names, but different entries here. So here we have Link Salvage, and we can see the planetary salvage system made in Space Engineers. Lynx Corporation is thrilled to introduce our newest venture, a planetary salvage yard designed specifically for the moons of Jupiter. Our cutters will find themselves right at home with our reliable incinerators and recyclers, as well as our barge for transporting important recyclables. And the disclaimer, Lynx Corporation cannot be held liable for any damages resulting from employees' failure to exercise or appropriate caution around the incinerator. Any employees who fall into the incinerator will be considered to have voluntarily assumed the risk of injury. There we go. So the first page. What's our first thoughts on this, Sean? We have more to look at, but...
I mean, the tone is spot on. The disclaimer, I love the disclaimer. That is very, very... so that's fantastic, and I totally, because in the game, Lynx is got these rail gates, and they have just finished one in Jupiter. So this really fits within, like the ethos of Lynx as a company, but also what they are working towards. So yeah, this is really great. Again, this could be a poster that you can salvage and put on your wall.
You'll see more in a second here. Let's have a look. We've got and actually Solaire's in the chat. Congratulations. And another disclaimer from the Twitch chat. All of this text was made with ChatGPT.
Really?
So you're about to see some more text here, but this is quite an intense entry here. We have a lot going on. So here we go. We're also excited to introduce our brand new improved HAB habitat, HAB 2.0. While some of the previous comforts have been removed, we've done so with the goal of boosting our employees' productivity. The new design maximizes space and efficiency, ensuring our cutters have all the space they need to work comfortably and effectively. And I mean, this is like multiple screenshots here, and I mean, you can see there's so much detail going on here. There's even cactuses in here. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. It's kind of got this printed effect on it. In a second, I will zoom out and show you guys the full brochure in a second here. Each HAB now comes with a complimentary cactus, adding a touch of green to our employees' living spaces. And the best part? Oxygen is no longer an expense our employees need to worry about. We're pleased to offer it for free. So
very
kind.
Generous. Yeah, no, this again, the tone is spot on. If Lynx would upgrade the hub, they would definitely look through it as how can we make our employees more efficient, and they would think about, well, maybe some creature comforts need to be replaced with other things. So yeah, spot on. It's fantastic. And
we've got more disclaimers here. There's disclaimers everywhere. Yeah. Let's have a look. This is the smallest one. Disclaimer: the brand new HABs are made from recycled materials. While Lynx Corporation has taken every measure to ensure their safety and reliability, there may be minor cosmetic imperfections or signs of wear and tear. Any employees who are dissatisfied with their HAB may request a new one, subject to availability. Lynx Corporation cannot be held liable for any damages resulting from the use of recycled materials in the HABs.
Yeah, I would also see Lynx basically saying, hey, you can ask for a new HAB, but it will incur a cost, which will be added to your debt.
More debt, hooray.
Yes.
We've got, to further support our cutters, we've created 3... Oh, let me come over. Hold on. Oh, wait. This is the cactus bit. Then we've got a disclaimer. Lynx Corporation reminds employees that while oxygen is provided for free, failure to maintain appropriate oxygen levels may result in serious health consequences. Additional oxygen may be purchased to avoid these... Oh, there we go. Additional oxygen may be purchased to avoid these risks. Lynx Corporation cannot be held liable for any damages resulting from employees' failure to maintain appropriate oxygen levels. Perfect.
Indeed, perfect.
More debt, hooray.
Yes.
So, there's so much to look at here. So the next page we have to further support our cutters, we've created 3 new Gecko ships specifically for this venture. The interplanetary, planetary, and barge variants. Our cutters will be able to work faster and more efficiently than ever before. And then we have a star here. There's more. He wasn't joking when he said everything has a disclaimer. Go ahead, man.
That's in line with the link. Yeah, that's in line with links.
Yeah.
Most things got a disclaimer.
So we have totally reliable salvaging here. Okay, well, we're committing to the disclaimers at this point. While Lynx Corporation strives to provide a safe and efficient work environment, please note that successful salvaging operations depend on the dedication and reliability of our employees. It is your responsibility to properly maintain your equipment, meet your salvage quotas, and take necessary precautions to avoid illness and injury. Failure to do so may result in reduced profits for the company and potentially jeopardize the success of the salvage operation. We encourage all employees to work diligently and safely in order to ensure the long-term success of the project.
Very, very in tone with Lynx, or as Lynx would call it, safety third.
Oh, man. Yeah, and this is the final page here, but it's very impressive here. We have the Gecko, the barge variant here. Great Lynx logos here. At Lynx Corporation, we take pride in the innovative design and engineering of our Gecko barge variants. With its versatile capabilities and cutting-edge features, this powerful tool is a testament to our commitment to excellence and dedication to providing our employees the best possible resources for successful salvaging operations. There we are. All our facilities and ships were designed by the expert engineers of the Keen Space Engineers Corporation, ensuring that Lynx Corporation is able to provide our employees the best facilities possible for their safety and success. This is some of the disclaimers they kind of get smaller and smaller. This one down here, I have to zoom way in here. I love the.
It's tiny.
Yeah, we got the involvement of the Keen Space Engineers Corporation was part of a contractual agreement between Lynx Corporation and Keen Space Engineers Corporation. The views expressed in this brochure are solely those of Lynx Corporation, do not necessarily reflect the views of Keen Space Engineers Corporation. Lynx Corporation will not be held liable for any damage arising from the involvement of the Keen Space Engineers Corporation there. So look at that. So if I zoom out here, Sean, you can see this entire brochure for the planetary salvage yards from Lynx here. But yeah, totally, this was a screenshot competition, but there's many screenshots, but I have to admit, this is magnificent, and they really put a lot of effort into creating this. It's just the build itself, and then this entire kind of brochure here.
It's amazing. This would be something that I can see as soon as you arrive in one of Lynx's outposts. They'll just put this in your hands. It's got like, good luck to you, right? and then you don't mind the small print. It's fine.
Yeah, don't mind the small print.
Yeah.
So well done, Solaire. Well done, very so much for this. This is really great. We're now into our final winners. We have 3 remaining. And our next winner is Thoas Beyond here. With this screenshot, we have another bay of a planet here. Let's see if Sean's caught up.
Not yet.
Okay.
It's still loading.
Oh.
Let me see. Maybe I should refresh.
Yeah, refresh it maybe. It shouldn't be that delayed.
It's a bit delayed. So, here we go. Yeah. Another bay, another salvage bay. This looks a lot like some of the concept art that was made in the early stages of Shipbreaker. So this is very similar to that. If you're interested in that, by the way, we have just released the art book that you can get on Steam. As a PDF, and it has all the artwork from Shipbreaker, from when it started off, when it was Hello Collector, when it was a different type of game, to where it is now, which is Shipbreaker. And it is a fantastic. If you like game art and you like sci-fi art, please check it out.
Definitely, that's really really great. You mentioned that, Sean. That's definitely, guys, check that out right away. Races onto Steam, perfect. Go for it. Okay, so we'll come back in here and finish these winners off. So yeah, and also like there's again a lot of detail, a lot of greebling on the actual station itself here. Like you don't, it's great to see all kinds of blocks being used here. We have like piston caps, because as always, players use blocks and space engineers that weren't necessarily designed for that purpose, but they use it for kind of decoration purposes for making stuff look more detailed. So great job to Thoas Beyond for this another awesome screenshot here.
Yeah, fantastic work.
So our penultimate winner, we have Xocliw. I think that's how the name was written. Xocliw here with another bay. We've got all the important parts. Are you caught up, Sean?
Yeah, I am. It's a bit quicker now, so it's good.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just needed a refresh. Yeah, this one again, like, it's a really detailed bay. It's got the processor, it's got the furnace right there, the anchor points, like the name and number of the bay. Yeah, the warning colors all match up. This is, unmistakably, this is Shipbreaker. And like that is that ship. Yeah, the ship's currently being torn apart, as you can see. Really cool seeing a little astronaut there.
There we go. Yeah, it's really, really nice. And I should point out as well, guys, that we had so many entries, and there were so many that were close to making the final cut. And we weren't planning to actually pick 20, and so we just had to. Eventually, we settled on 20. But that is not to say that the creations and the ships that didn't make it into this final running were not impressive as well. We just had to, at the end of the day, really nail down what we felt was the best, but that of course can always be subjective, so it was. I just want to say in general, like, great work to everyone, and if you didn't make this, don't be necessarily disheartened, because they're really, all the entries showed great creativity, and we really appreciate that, taking the time to actually enter into this contest. And with that, I will show our final screenshot winner here, and that is CMF, who also has a video, which we'll be showing in just a second here.
Oh, super cool. Yeah, Morrigan Space Station. But the great thing here is I see a whole bunch of ships from Shipbreaker as well. So I think that's a gecko there on the left side. On the right side, that might be, I think that's a mackerel. That's a mackerel ship. So there's a whole bunch of ships here from, it's very impressive having all that there, plus the station, and having that in the background, like seeing Earth in the background there. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, and the station itself again is incredibly detailed. And this is actually, so they'd like to shout out, because I think this is a collaborative effort here, and Zio would like to shout out the Oasis collab team, Octobooze, Ren, Zalex, HD, and Aries, all for this this screenshot. I believe, because I think I saw this in the workshop, and this creation is actually, it wasn't Zio, but from now I realize that I think it was someone from the collaboration team. Is that correct, Zio? So great job to everyone then in that case. Every great job to everyone from the Oasis collab team on this build and on this screenshot, because it really is incredible. Really great work.
Yeah, totally is. Yeah, it's just so much going on here. Really, really cool.
And I think with that, what we can do is go straight on to the bonus videos before let me have a look here. So have you seen these videos? I don't think you have you?
No.
Okay,
no,
right.
I haven't.
So let me get these videos up. Well, let's see. So we'll first play this one. Hold on. We have got sound. Okay, we got sound. Let's see. I wonder if they use the Hardspace music here as well. Let me just...
Or the music in Hardspace. You can get another thing I have to mention, you can get the soundtrack from Hardspace Shipbreaker as well. Currently those vinyls have been sold out, but you can still pre-order them. The vinyl itself is fantastic. It's awesome.
Oh man,
you get
I would love a vinyl.
2 LPs.
That's so cool.
And the artwork on it is amazing. The art team just outdone themselves with that. yeah, let me see. I do have it here. Let me see. Let me get it.
Okay, perfect. I'll just prep this in the meantime.
Let's see if you can, if that shows.
Hold on.
Can you see it? Yeah, can you see it?
Yeah, it's fighting the algorithm over there, but I can see it. But man, look at that. That's beautiful. It is such awesome art. That's awesome. Man,
that's really cool.
That's a good. Hey, guys, that's a keen team. That's a good idea. Vinyls. There you go. that's honestly, man, that looks really great. So, yeah, thank you for shouting that out. That's great.
Yeah, and the soundtrack itself, just the sound design, our audio director Ben did such an amazing job, and there's a bunch of nominations that happened recently for some awards regarding the audio team and just the audio work that's been done in Shipbreaker. Yeah, can't say enough about that.
Awesome. Yeah, massive shout out to them then. That's a huge deal. Yeah, that's massissive.
Yeah, the audio team definitely knocked it out of the park.
And we'll see here. Like, I don't know if this music is, because I let me just see here if this was the one that I think it is. Right. So yes, I'm going to come back in here, guys, and we have two videos. The first one is from our winner, Rony Dude. Let's play it here. Here we go. And there we go. What do we think of that, Sean?
Very impressive. Just very impressive. I've really got the vibes of the introduction, like the intro sequence of Shipbreaker on that, because you can see basically the ship launch and you going to Morrigan, and it definitely had those vibes. And just, again, the detail is just fabulous. It really is. Seeing all those ships dock, it's just a lot going on. Yeah, just amazing work.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Rony really makes some great videos, and he loves doing that cinematic stuff, and he's an incredible builder. So we saw their screenshot just a little bit earlier now. So we actually have one other video here that we're going to play, and this is from Zio, which I now realize is probably the Oasis collab team. But it's, hold on, yep. And we're going to check that one's on YouTube. So give me 1 second. Whoa, that was loud. Okay, hold on. So this is our last thing we're going to look at today, guys. But I think it's going to be a nice little send-off here. So let's check it out. Space Engineers, Hardspace, Shipbreaker. As the title's named.
Space. Boundless promise. Limitless resources.
Hold on, guys. Just want to make sure it says 1080p, but just making sure. Oh, that's better. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't playing correctly.
Space.
There we go.
Boundless promise. Limitless resources. A brighter future. Where hard workers like you will help us pave the way to the galaxy.
Remember this. Measure twice, cut once.
Remember, the company is your family, And we will keep you safe from harm. Space. Boundless.
And there we go, guys. So, well done. What do you think, Sean?
I'm just amazed. It's so impressive. Have all those elements in there. The station, you just see a shipbreaker at work there. Just the lighting, the way that you've framed the planet in the background, just awe-inspiring. Really, just amazing stuff. I can't say that enough. This is just, yeah, it really is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, and I wasn't expecting it because obviously it was a screenshot competition, but it was really nice to have a couple of short videos in there as well to really, and honestly, it makes you think like, you know, a video competition or, you know, if we'd actually, I think of some of these builds, if you actually looked at them in game as well, like if you were to load them up in game, you would also see things and appreciate details that might not be clear in the screenshots. So once again, guys, thank you so much for all the entries. It was amazing, actually. Like, we got so many and so much talent, and definitely, you know, congratulations to the winners there. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to actually judge these and review these and show these today on stream.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just seeing the talent out there on the space engineers community and how much they've embraced the ethos of Shipbreaker it's been a pleasure to watch. Thanks so much for inviting me to be part of this. It's just been a great experience.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you so much for joining us. It's honestly been an honor to have you on our weekly live stream, and I know there's definitely been some hype around the, you know, this Space Engineers Hardspace Shipbreaker collab. So, I don't know, what we'll say is this, guys, is that there might be one more surprise. One more surprise coming on the 28th of this month. So, keep your eyes out on social media so that you don't miss out on that. So, I think that's all we can say for now, right, Sean?
Yeah, that's all we can say. But yeah, keep your eyes peeled. It's a cool surprise, and we hope you love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good. Xocliw, not today. I can see. Okay, we have some fun then. What do you think the surprise could be, guys? We're not going to react to what you think it is, but if you just put down in the chat right now your idea what the surprise could be, and then we'll see later who actually turned out to guess right. There's some great suggestions, great ideas already there. Eyes peeled. Yeah, it's good. Perfect. Just let them flow in here. Let's have a look. And what I'll also do to the chat, as a little kind of show of hands, can I... Hold on, how we do this? We'll do... Hold on. Right, we'll do it like this. If you, at this current time, only own Space Engineers, put an 07 in the chat. If you only own Hardspace Shipbreaker, put an 08 in the chat. And if you own both Space Engineers and Hardspace, put an 09 in the chat. So let's see the 07s, 08, 09. I'm just curious today if we have... You know, let's have a look. New potential cutters in the chat here, I can see. We got 09. Yeah, now I said after I've read it out, we got 09s. Okay, 09s. A lot of 09s. A lot of 07s. Okay, so that's good news, Sean. As I said, it looks like there's a lot of potential cutters out there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, if you haven't tried it out yet and you want to go into the guts of a spaceship and face the dangers of being a shipbreaker, you know, go pick up the game and experience it. As I said earlier, there's no game like Shipbreaker.
And I just have to admit, and I can see the people are already talking about buying it, and some have had it wish listed already. Yeah, even if you maybe you're not gonna wish list it, guys. Even, you know, that's really. Really, be great to see. They are both amazing. Yeah, and hold on. Let's see. Interesting that actually we have. It seems one of the winners of the contest hasn't actually played the game, but actually, I guess, use reference images and videos to recreate one of the ships or the scenes. But they're obviously really happy now that they're going to get to try it out because, the winners of this contest will get both a copy of Space Engineers and Hardspace Shipbreaker. Of course, as clearly some of you actually have both already, but of course that way you can have a copy for a friend or a family member there. So, but I'm happy that we're definitely going to get some new cutters joining the fray there. That's going to be great.
Yeah, maybe some existing cutters that join the ship engineer squad, right?
Yeah, I wonder as well. Like, I wonder if any of the... It'd be an interesting way if there was... If someone who was a cutter who actually was like, this is an interesting contest. I'm going to get Space Engineers and like... Because it would have been impressive because they would have had to have then learnt the game and all the blocks at their disposal and then, built this thing. So that would have been very impressive actually. If I'm not sure if one of our winners that was the case, but that would be amazing actually. Keen Space Engineers Corporation should become part of the Hardspace Shipbreaker canon. That would be cool.
Would be cool, yeah.
Okay, so some people use references and some people are players of both. Very interesting. John Elliott says, get Shipbreaker already. It's fully awesome. I got both on day one of release. Amazing. There we go. So
thanks. Thanks for the recommendation. I really appreciate it. I'm a bit biased, but I think it's awesome too.
That's allowed. That's allowed. You're allowed to be. That's all good. So Sean, it's been really great having you on. Is there anything else you'd like to any more message you'd like to give to both the Space Engineers and Hardspace communities who are, maybe tuning in today?
First and foremost, just thank you for all the awesome work you've done in Space Engineers and make these amazing creations. The team as a whole at BBI, we really enjoyed looking at it, and we were just amazed by your skill and your creativity. So that first. Secondly, shameless plug, if you haven't bought Hardspace Shipbreaker yet, please do. It is a game like no other. There is no other game where you can deconstruct a ship and face those hazards. So yeah, just suit up and I'll see you in the breaker's yard.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you so much, Sean. It has been an honor and a pleasure having you on the stream today. And I'm looking forward to the 28th, and I'm also looking forward to future collaboration between our studios. It's been really great that this happened.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure being here. Thanks for having me.
It's been super good, super good. And last thing I guess is thank you again, guys, everyone, all the people who entered the contest, everyone who's here today for the live stream and enjoyed us for this very special occasion. And we will see you all in the next Keen stream. And of course, right now, we have the Automatons beta going on still. So please do jump into the Automatons and this next week so we can really get as much feedback as possible. But we'll cover more about that next Thursday at the conclusion of that test. So until next time, guys, have a great night and stay safe out there in the void of space. Bye-bye!